Guys, back in today with more Akane-Banashi, this time of episode 6, I believe. Might be 7. No, it is 6. It was a really good episode last night, one of my favourites yet, I do think, with the career advisor, seeing a lot of her through the episode, trying to come to terms with Akane and her choice. Of course, we saw the experience she had with one of her former students, which was a shame for that guy, but I'm not sure why they made such a big. Honestly, I'm not sure why they made such a big fuss of working part time. He said, they said, "Oh, I'm working part time on TV," and that was like some kind of disaster. Like, oh, okay, that's considered a failure then. My God. I think it's probably more the case that he failed in his kind of realm of comedy. They did kind of present that as like being an absolute washed up bum, only part time. But yeah, it was some really good Rakugo as well. We had a little bit of time to breathe last episode. I think is what kind of set it apart a little bit. But that whole story about the farts and the meaning. Karaku Cup. Karaku Cup. And we did here. He did win over the haters with his talent. Yet you end the careers of promising Rakugoka all those years ago. So interesting. Fair enough. And he makes a good point there. What incentives that? Is she not an amateur right now? Ungrateful. What to the master, this place? What kind of incentive was that? I get it, you're talking to a respectable guy, but so that's why. Okay. You never did hear any reason towards any of those people getting destroyed like that, did we? Off shoe goes. Make sure you got to take the shoes off. You know, I only recently found out American people walk around their houses with their shoes on. I can't really fathom that. It's so filthy. Yeah, and you can't really stop doing it because you've already made your home so dirty by walking with all your shoes on. Not really any point in not doing it at that point. Jugemu. I recognize that name. Jugemu. Yeah, it's that long ass fucking name. I've heard that one. I've heard that one from a few anime actually, from Rakugo Shinju and Gintama, I believe. Jugemu, blah 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 blah. It's like a ridiculously long ass name, man. I have heard that one a few times. Classic. I imagine it's also incredibly hard to remember that fucking name. Well, that's a pretty good way of putting that. Just a right straight. Yeah. Yeah, probably heard it 100 times. So yeah, as you said there, even people that don't recognise Rakugo are familiar with that. As I said, the first time I heard that was in Gintama of all things. I guess it's just that good a story. It broke the kind of cultural bounds of Rakugo into the mainstream, which is awesome. Oh dear, this guy sure is a vibe, isn't he? A negative vibe. Oh, he's seen the guy. Now he's changed his tune. That was quick. That's got to hurt. He used all of them. She's still saying the name, by the way. The subtitles aren't on the screen, but she is. Rest assured, she's still saying the name. Yeah. Yeah. Josuke. That's the classic one I remember from the Jew game. I like that name. Josuke. Oh, he's got an audience. Oh, there's just people in the background, just NPCing. No, I think they did stop for her. Yeah. That would be really cool to see it performed twice in different ways, like different tones and like yeah. Well, yeah, like a little twist to it, change it up a little bit. Does he? Didn't know that. I see. Quite the story there. Like, so you're telling me why did he have to say his full name? His friend was able to call for help right away. So what would you say there? Help me, help Jordan. Why would you talk about yourself in third person? Why would you not just say help me? And even if he was saying his full name, why was the person listening waiting for him to say his full name before he helped? Like what? What kind of reason is that to die? My name was too long. I died because my name was too long. That makes sense, doesn't it? Jesus. I think it's one of those. Like, there's a more traditional point to it, maybe traditional Japanese. Like, yeah, I don't know. I can't fathom it, but interesting. So, do you reckon we'll switch the story, the ending up? That'd be pretty damn cool. I like watching a movie and spotting things you didn't notice the first time, but with a change, of course. Oh, you're just making sounds. So, this guy's quite harsh, isn't he? Man of her dad, was he? Ah, and he wants a bit of revenge as well. Okay. Yeah, he did change his tune as soon as he saw that geezer, didn't he? Okay. I kind of get that. I struggle to actually explain it, but the feeling, the meaning, and the words are not quite there yet. Is how I interpret that. Like she's saying the words, she's making the sounds, but the depth to them isn't there. Like it's hard to word. I don't know, but you kind of get what he's saying. I think. The Sakamoto. He looks completely different as well, doesn't he? Apparently. Because of Imado. This is, isn't it? This is. It's like a description. Yeah. Very different, isn't it? Otsu no Sai. This was something I did say before I was hoping to see, because pretty much all of the stories since I try have been comedic. There are a few very good serious ones. This one a bit more informative, but like I, some of the biggest ones that stood out in Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju were the dark, yeah, darker ones, more serious. Yeah, again, it's always a little bit annoying when they keep interrupting the story to explain things. Like, I don't know why they can't have this. Like, they have the story going on at the same time they're explaining it. We're not like pause, so we don't have to ignore parts of the story. I imagine for the Japanese audience, they can just continue listening to the performance. So not as much of a problem for the Japanese audience. So yeah, but as a foreign viewer, it's like a bit annoying, interrupting the story. They could at least have like both subtitles, but yeah. They usually forego the Rakugo subtitles for the explanations. I say the ending song's kind of kicking in right now. Sure why. I've got too many recommendations. It's a must. Oh god, we're set her off here, aren't we? Oh dear. Pandemonium, baby. That's good, isn't it? That's really good. As they said earlier, I imagine this is a very dying art in a way. Can't imagine this being awfully popular with young people, can you? Asking young people to be patient. Young people barely watch a movie nowadays, so with the attention spans getting whittled down by social media. Walking up there with purpose. Can you imagine, like, just chilling and just see someone walking like that? Like, fucking hell. It's the Terminator. It's Mr. Schwarzenegger. But, yeah, good episode. Kind of setting up this tournament. Don't know why that orange haired guy kind of looked like he could be like the grandson of that Rakugo master. Not sure if you guys saw that as well, but he looked like he could be like related to him. Not sure where I got that from, but as I said, it's nice to see Rakugo kind of booming here. I'm not sure what it's like in the real world. I assume it's like whittling. I mean, it inevitably it is because of Japan's population whittling down as it is as well. But I imagine Rakugo getting less popular? It says it still remains popular, which is good. $400. Bloody hell. Wow, so yeah, it says it's pretty huge. I wouldn't expect that. The Karaku Cup. Like I said, it just doesn't seem like a thing many children, especially, would be too interested in. Maybe when you're really young. But then again, when you had like a child like the iPad or a Rakugo performance, you know, like 99% of the time they're going to be choosing the iPad. Depends how you raise your kids and stuff, I guess. Maybe in Japan it's a little bit less technology focused and such. I mean, I know they're hugely innovative in that area, but like when you bring up a child as such, you get what I'm trying to say. I mean, Akane is a pretty damn good example herself of getting captured by her father's work, falling in love with it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. His performance was pretty good as well. Again, I wish we got to hear a bit more of it without an explanation, but shows a different style of Rakugo. I mean, he ended off with a nice little like, but pretty like historical narration kind of version. And as I said, the ones that hit hardest for me in Shogun Rocky Rakugo Shinju were those kind of darker, more serious stories with a lot of emotions placed in there. So hopefully we'll see more of them. This Jugemu was a classic. As I said, I've heard of it a few times in a few anime that I've seen, not just Rakugo focused. So that is one that very much crosses the cultural barrier into like, I mean, not super popular, but like the pretty mainstream kind of stuff. So going to be a challenge performing it the same story twice and such an elementary story. I don't really get how it's so elementary considering the name. Like, you've got to remember this name, and that just seems impossible for me. I'm really bad at names in the first place, but to remember a name that long and get it perfect every time, like, how much practice would that take? And that's a beginner story. So this Rakugo is certainly not for me in regards to participating. But yeah, really good episode. Really good setup here. Looking forward to seeing the tournament. I do love a good tournament as well. Love a good tournament arc. So yeah, looking forward to getting that started next week. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode though in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next time with episode 7.